Hey guys, what's up? It's Mig. So check this out. I have a crazy story here, completely true. It's gonna sound a little nuts, but this is the story of how I made $30,000 in 24 hours with one track. All right, so check this out. I work with a lot of different companies. Okay, so I work with companies that handle advertising and film and TV and movie trailers and just everything. Now, there was a time where I didn't work with all those companies and I was just doing music for artists and worked with songwriters. And, I kind of got into doing work with all these other companies over time. So people knew about what I did and they said, hey, he's a good worker. He knocks out stuff pretty quick. And, there was somebody who took notice of that by having my material presented to them through a friend, and kind of said, "Hey, I have this project that needs to be done." This guy happens to be a music supervisor in Hollywood. I have this project that needs to be done. We have a movie soundtrack. We have a trailer that has to be finished, and there's a song in the trailer that is just too expensive to license. So check this out. All the songs that you hear in film and in radio and in TV and in commercials and even in the trailers, those songs have to be paid for. They have to be licensed to be used. So let's just say like you have a movie coming out and you hear like a song by someone that like a famous artist. The chances are, even to use that song for 10 seconds, whatever it may be, that placement is usually worth about $100,000, sometimes more. So if it's a song that's really well known, the more well known that it is and popular, the more money that it costs. So there are situations where film companies might say, we need to find something that's similar to that song. We can't afford to spend, $100,000 on this one song. So they call on film music supervisors to go out there along with trailer companies and say, we need to replace that song with something that sounds similar. It doesn't have to be the same artist. It doesn't have to be a well-known song. So then they call on us, the producers. If you're, fortunate to be in that kind of situation where a supervisor, you may be called on to do something like I was asked to do. So I got a call from a good friend of mine, obviously. We've done some work together over the years, and he's a really great guy. Who works for a lot of the film companies in Hollywood. And he's like, hey, Mig, do you think you could pull off a song that sounds like this song by this big artist? I said, sure, yeah, absolutely. I was like, I would love to give it a shot at least. He's like, look, they need this quick. They need this like by tomorrow. And I'm always up for a challenge. So I'm like, all right, let me listen to it. And I'm going to knock something out. So here's what I do. So they needed a song. I'm not going to say names of the songs that were replaced or anything else, but they needed a song that sounded like it would be a match of that song, so that when they take it out, remember, they're taking it out because they're trying to save like $100,000. They want to replace it with something that fits right into that slot and just seamlessly works. And what they do is they go on the sound stage with the songs that are presented to them, and they go, how's this one sound when they're looking at the picture on the screen? And how's this song sound? Let's play this one. So I was basically hired to create a song that sounded similar to this song that they had to replace. So I called up, one of my writers, one of my rappers, and said, hey man, let's get together tonight. We have to come up with a song that kind of sounds like this. And we did. I mean, we got together back at that point in time. I had like an apartment studio, and he came over. I put together a track. We laid down vocals. He wrote on the spot. It was really awesome. And I'm actually gonna put the link to the finished movie trailer, and I'll put the time code of where the song is and the song name and everything else. So, but he came over. We hurried up. I did the track. I mixed the track. He did the rap. He rapped, and the that's it. I presented it the next day to Sony TriStar for a film from 2000. And this was like 2006. This was my first time doing this. Was a song for the movie Crossover, which had like Wayne Brady and I think Jonathan Mackie, I believe his name was, or is. He's an actor in Hollywood. And we replaced the title track to that trailer. And guess what? They accepted it the next day. I got $30K for that. So I paid everybody, of course. I didn't net that amount. You have to pay, obviously, your attorney. You have to pay your publisher who hooks up the deal. And then, of course, I broke off the artist for writing the rap and for recording it. But by the time I was done, I came out with about $15K for 24 hours of work. So not too shabby. And it led me into doing more work. I mean, we placed other songs out with that same film supervisor. His name is Art Ford, actually. And he's a legendary supervisor. And I'm just lucky enough that a friend of mine who was actually helping manage me, who wasn't even in the music business. I taught him the music business quickly. And I'm like, you're going to act like my manager. And that's a whole nother video. But it's always good to have somebody represent you when they make phone calls and take meetings. But anyway, that is a true story. I'll post a link. But it's crazy, man. Get in with the supervisors. Get in with people that are connected to the other companies. I mean, ever since then, I've done campaigns for, like, my music's been featured as a major Tide commercial, and I have songs in all kinds of films. You know, like back in the day, I did Rugrats, and then in the last few years, there was a bunch of films. One of them had Scarlett Johansson called Don John. I have a few songs in that. So it's good when you know people that are directly connected to the film companies, because you know, as soon as there's something that comes out that they need, they hit you up. So I get treatment lists sent to me all the time. Sometimes you place, sometimes you win, and sometimes it doesn't happen, but I keep placing and just pushing. And that was just a really great story, man. That was like the first time I've ever experienced like doing something so quickly and getting paid so quickly. Just such a, I think is an enormous amount of money for 24 hours of work. And definitely blessed to say I can do stuff like that. So my goal of this video is not like to brag. My goal of this video is to show you that there are a lot of ways to make a living with what you're doing as a producer, and also give you ideas of the kinds of people that you should be connecting with. And, you know, I connected with one person that introduced my work to another person, and then another person. They're like, hey, we like this guy's work. You know, how is he? Is he efficient? And they're like, yo, he's super quick. I mean, that is the one thing I could say is I'm really quick when it comes to completing projects. I complete about probably five production projects on average a week. And I think that's kind of the thing that has kind of got me through 25 years of doing this, is that I'm able to move. Like, I send in proposals every day to artists, and that's another video of where do I find these artists and where do I find these companies. But these are other things I'm going to be talking about. So yeah, so I definitely made $30K in 24 hours. I paid out everybody, did the right thing, never screw anybody, and the artist deserved to get paid. He got a nice chunk of cash from that. The guy who was repping me got some money from that. The guy who connected the deal right to the label, right to the film company, got paid, and everybody was happy. And I was like, this is awesome. So that's it, man. I'm going to put the links in, like I said, in the description, so you can like watch the trailer and hear the song that I did. And when you hear the song, realize that like when I was done, I gave the song over to the film company, the trailer company, and basically along with the stems of the project that I did, and they kind of manipulated it and chopped it up and cut it up to make it work with this trailer. So you're gonna see like they're playing basketball, and then it stops for a minute, and so like my track starts, and then the lyrics come in, and then it just goes back to like the strings, and then it fades out to black with like just the beat playing. So it's pretty cool. It's actually really awesome when you see that on the screen and you hear that. My dog's over here. He's like, here, come here. This is Wu-Tang, my dog. Come on up. Come on, buddy. Up. There you go. This is Wu, one of my dogs. He's a plot hound. And yeah, Wu-Tang and Cha-Cha, my wife named them. She's a huge hip-hop fan. And yeah, this is Wu. All right, buddy, get down. So that's it, guys. Leave me some comments, and if you have any questions, let me know. If you want me to make another video, let me know what about. I'm gonna be doing a lot of these. Okay, so I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to help, and I want to see you guys succeed the way that I've succeeded. And as I learn more, I'm gonna share more. All right, there's plenty to go around. This is Mr. Mig signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you soon.